This special presentation is brought to you by Slyman Brothers Appliances, serving the St. Louis area for 60 years. Try us, you'll like us.
Hey everyone, welcome to the newest Trueline studio, the Slyman Kitchen. This is something we're very excited to share with you. It is a space that we've created that's very special and is going to serve a really unique purpose. It's a collaboration between Trueline Media Group, the fabulous team at Slyman Brothers Appliances, and Premium Kitchen and Bath that all came together to design this amazing kitchen, and I can't wait to show you more about it. Thanks to Slyman's 60 years experience in appliances in the St. Louis area, we trusted them to bring in the best that would make the most sense for cooking segments, and they did not disappoint. They partnered with JennAir and allowed us to get these beautiful new appliances. Over the next few months, you're going to see more of these shows coming out, and we are excited to produce and show you the way that we can provide places to talk, to share food, to do what we all do when we go to places. We all gather in the kitchen. So let's keep it simple, and I'm gonna show you around. Okay. Let me give you a quick look around before we start cooking. Everything in here, this space was designed not only to be beautiful, but also very functional. So we'll start with this gorgeous JennAir cooktop. This is an induction cooktop. It actually is designed to where you don't need a functional hood. It sucks all of the steam or anything that's coming from what you're cooking and disperses it. And it's beautiful, to say the least, but for a cooking show, it's great because it heats up very fast, it's very controllable, and it doesn't make a mess, which is really nice. And then over here on the wall, we have this beautiful combination wall unit. So it has a microwave, it has a convection oven, and a warming drawer. And this thing is smarter than I am. It has this entire system that can show you different recipes, how to cook different things. You can control it from a smartphone. It's very cool, and it's beautiful. So over here, we have another JennAir product. It's sleek, it's beautiful, but very, very functional. This is our dishwasher. And the thing about it that I like is that it's silent, which is really nice inside of your own home. I remember when I got a new dishwasher and I was shocked by how quiet a new one could be, and I feel like that one's even more silent. So the thing that we would love to talk about as we go through these appliances, I'll show you how we use them, how it makes sense for a show like this. And then of course you see the beautiful design, which we give a shout out to Premium Kitchen and Bath for bringing the design together, for having the good accent pieces that really make this not only a functional kitchen, but also a gorgeous place to hang out and cook. Okay, so we're gonna get to something that is a really quick and easy go-to meal that I do at home all the time, which allows me to showcase this beautiful fridge unit. And we also have a freezer on the other side here, but not only is it functional, but it's gorgeous inside as well. So I'm gonna grab out our shrimp and our green beans, and we will be ready to roll here shortly. All right, so keeping this really simple, what we're going to do is slice up a little garlic, and see, even in the design, they incorporated just such convenient items in our kitchen design, which are beautiful. So we're going to put some garlic with the shrimp, as well as olive oil and butter, salt and pepper. At the same time, we'll be cooking the green beans, which are actually are a lot faster than I think we give them credit for. So I'll show you how I do that. It's real quick and, like I said, simple. I am not a professional chef, nor have I ever been professionally trained, so do not come at me about the way that I am cooking or cutting. This entire kitchen, the idea of it, the part that I like the most is that it gives an opportunity for anybody who is interested in sharing the things they like to do in the kitchen, or the things that make their dining, or cooking experiences unique. We have a space for them to do that. That's really simple. You come right in and it's ready for you. That's the nice part. Well, I forgot to do this part, you guys, but I'm a messy cook. It is real, it is a thing. And I think it's just because I try not to make, I think what I'm doing is overcompensating and try not to make too much of a mess, so I always want something to wipe my hands on. So several years ago, I started wearing an apron because then I could just wipe my hands on my apron and it works out really well. We will show you, I think the thing that everybody was most excited about with the appliances is the fact that our stovetop gets so hot so quickly. So it makes a lot of sense, which I wish, you know, at home it makes a lot of sense, right? Because then you're able to make so much more, make your food so much faster. I feel like I always wait till the last minute. All right, guys, so we got these little protector pads that actually prevent us from scratching this bad boy. We're gonna turn it on, maybe, there we go. So innovative, Slyman really came through on this for us. I want to turn this back one on. So this is getting turned on. I'm going to put these trimmed and washed green beans. Well, actually, I'm gonna put a little olive oil at the bottom. I'm gonna put these guys in here, throw them everywhere, and then add some water. I can smell those green beans. Put a little salt and pepper in there. I like to keep my green beans simple. I'll put some butter on them when they're finished, you'll see. I like green beans with butter, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on there so that can steam, and then we'll put the shrimp on. And the reason, like I said, this is a really simple and fast meal to make. I'm gonna throw a few of these garlics over here in the green beans. These, you just toss them around. Usually when they get super bright green, but it's like 4 to 5 minutes, really. And then we're gonna go ahead and this butter is doing its thing once it gets really melty. Is that a word? I don't know, but it is for me. The nice part too is it's a very little prep, especially if you buy, like during the summertime, I buy green beans from the market, farmer's market, and I need to trim them myself, which is totally fine. A lot of times during this time of the year, other times of the year, I'll just get them already trimmed at the grocery store because that saves you time. So like this is a very low prep meal. All right, so there we go. That's what we wanted. This up a little. I'm gonna turn it down a notch and then go ahead and put these already washed, already deveined, already peeled shrimpies in here. I'm gonna let them, what I do with shrimp is you try my best to get them even if I can. That's why I picked a bigger pan. I think you can control the cooking easier that way. I'm gonna squeeze some lemon in there. I don't like lemon on my green beans. Some people do that. It's not my jam, but I'll go ahead and throw these in there, and we're gonna let these guys cook for a few minutes. See, these are white aprons, they're good. So these will really take about 3 minutes on either side, typically. The thing that's cool that I like about shrimp is that at one point in my life, I'd spent some time with a family down on the Gulf Coast. And while I was there, we got shrimp right off the boat. Gulf shrimp is definitely my favorite. And we got shrimp right off the boat and they had heads on them. I had never seen a shrimp with heads on it before. And so it was a learning experience to say the least, but we deheaded shrimp for hours and then froze them and brought them home for people in St. Louis because we drove down to Mississippi. And but I learned the proper way to cook shrimp. And so a lot of it is the least amount of seasoning that you can is what's going to give you the best shrimp flavor. And that's something, even when I'm frying it, I just use flour and salt and pepper. I also really like boiled shrimp. My fiance thinks I'm weird, but I think it's delicious. So you'll start to see the color change on these guys. And while we're that, we're gonna check, see the color getting bright here on these green beans. I'm gonna go ahead and actually put the topper back on them and then turn them down because I just don't want them to get cold, but they'll be good to go. And it also depends on how crunchy you like your green beans. Like Tony likes his green beans very crunchy, I don't. I don't want them mushy, but I don't want them crunchy. And now you can start to smell. So you hear the sizzle, that's when you know you're doing good. You can start to smell the shrimp cook and it's delicious. Put a little more salt, some pepper here. Let them do their thing. Oh yeah, see, they're ready. See, so they're starting to get ready to roll. So we're gonna flip these guys, and then they'll only need a couple more minutes on the other side. Something you can do with shrimp if you're not careful is you can overcook them and they'll get rubbery tasting. So, not rubbery tasting, that's the wrong word. It's just the texture. Something that There's probably a much more convenient way to do this, but this is how I do it. Something that I really like about this kitchen that I was excited about getting to cook in here finally was because, you have to think about it. We watched this get transformed. And so we watched the design come to life. We started to see where the thought went into why these appliances were picked by the Slyman Brothers, why they believed that these were the most useful and convenient for this studio. And then we watched the design come to life, and it's been really great. And JennAir, their products are incredible. It's been fun to learn about the history of the company. It has a really fun history, like their marketing is beautiful. And, just getting to learn about a company that's worked inside of St. Louis. Like, I've seen their commercials my whole life because I'm a St. Louis girl. So try us, you'll like us. They're the guys sitting on top of the arch, and we got to meet a few of those guys, and the family's so nice, and everybody there is so helpful and kind, and so it's been a really fun experience. So this is actually very special for all of us here at Trueline and at Slyman Brothers. So it's the first little meal we're making, so that's exciting. I don't know about you guys, but there's just something about that soft close, and then the drawers. I love that. It makes me super happy. All right, so we are gonna turn this guy off as we are done. Something that I believe tops off any meal is some bread. So this is actually a sourdough loaf, sourdough, rosemary, and garlic. So we're all gonna have killer garlic breath after this meal, but that's okay. And it's delicious. It's very messy to cut, but that's okay because it's worth it because it tastes really good. Another great thing about this kitchen is that the cleanup is actually just as easy because of this JennAir dishwasher. It makes it very quick. It cleans everything very nicely. So the Slyman Brothers were thinking of us a lot when they suggested this model. And I just have to say, this thing here, I have sink envy over this beautiful sink. Candace from Premium Kitchen and Bath definitely pulled at my heartstrings with this kitchen this sink when I first saw it. I think it's beautiful. And so as somebody who cooks a lot, the cleanup part sometimes can be the part you dread. So the fact that we can rinse these dishes off and simply put them in this dishwasher tells me and helps me know that we don't have to worry nearly as much. And then it's even this fancy top area where we can go ahead and put those in there. Always turn your spoons upside down so they actually get clean. That's a trick of the trade. Okay, let's eat. As you can see, guys, this kitchen represents more than just appliances. It's about creating experiences. And we wouldn't have this kitchen without the vision brought to life by Slyman Brothers and Premium Kitchen and Bath. Here at Trueline Media Group, this is just the beginning. We are going to host shows, collaborations, and conversations, and some seriously good food in this room. And we'd love for you to be a part of that. If you're a brand, a creator, a foodie, make sure that you give us a follow and reach out if this is something you'd be interested in using to make your own cooking show. Trust me, you'll want a seat at this table. Thank you for hanging out with me in the Slyman Kitchen, and until next time, have a great day.